Okay, hopefully we're live. I don't have any way to check until the delay catches up. Let's see though. Guess we'll find out in 5 minutes. Just double check the rules. Rotation, Caustic Emerald Series. Lobby settings, Conquest. North America, 15 minutes. Day, first person only. No, no. Okay. Both teams have locked, so we're just waiting for me now. Okay, we're live, but I have an ad, so I can't see if the delay's working, so 1 second. Obviously, I want to have full respect for these two teams. They don't want to launch the stream with no delay, or launch into the games with no stream delay, so that would not be fair to them. So I'm just gonna hold off for 5 seconds while this ad plays. Okay, it looks like we are indeed 5 minutes behind, so I'm launching. Launching. Hopefully the sound is working fine and everything. All right. Actually, I think my game volume might be like muted or something. Although I guess the map wouldn't be making any sounds at this point. I can turn up the volume if it's too quiet. So pretty exciting match. 5JDX versus Vile. Vile obviously having some really top tier players. Played with each other in the past. They had a close match against DSC in last week's match. 5JDX, second place team. I believe they won their match against KDCM last week. But could actually be wrong about that. I think they won. But yeah, these teams, this should be a good match. I'm interested to see what these two teams bring out. Okay. Chimera, Charger, Large X-Pulse, Medium X-Pulse, Blackjacks, Tin Man with SRMs, Medium X Pulse, Heavy Machine Gun, Javelin. So it's very, very aggressive from Vigilance. But Medium X Pulse Blackjacks could also receive. Cyrus's with SRM2 Heavy Machine Guns at Small X Pulse, 4SP, Small Pulse SRM6. I don't like that build, but good mech. SRM6, 2 snubs on Monk. What are some of these other mechs that are doing their own thing? Osiris's? They all have the same build? Okay. So both very aggressive. I think Vile is actually going to receive here. I'm interested to see if these Blackjacks can perform because I'm immediately concerned that they're going to be too hot. I think the Charger, the 1A1, is going to have to perform here. It's going to have to get a lot of damage out, I think. If 5J just hard pushes. So Chimera rotating away. You can see that Vile has scouted what their opponent is doing. They figured out. And they're pulling back to receive, it looks like. Chimera getting some nice early shots. Actually not actually getting a lot of damage, though. It's kind of hard to shoot while running. Unfortunately, that mech cannot spin 180 degrees. It's not an urban mech. But yeah, they've kind of lined up here to receive this in. The Magician starts firing. Brower is the first target. Cougar. Yeah, they're engaging. Cougar and Brower are too fast in, though. They've both bled 10%? Maybe more before their teammates are even in range to fire for no reason, essentially. Brower and Sellerth duking it out here. Very similar builds, very similar mechs. They're both going legs. Dario completely out of the fight still. I don't know what that Osiris is lagging behind a bit. Cougar coming out to help Brower over here against Seleth. Weapon Master getting focused by the majority of Vile here. He's going to go down pretty fast, but it is a Hunchback. It's pretty tanky. He does go down. They focusing... I can't see who 5J is focusing. Monk is the next target, the Skull. They get Magician. Chimera is going to be next. He goes down. I think Sleepy's going to go down in a second. Actually, he's doing a good job leg shielding. He's staying alive. That's huge. Slippingriff. Next target is being focused. He's going to die fast, but he does get Cougar. Sleepy goes down. So 2 versus 2. What are these mechs? Twinkie's pretty fresh. I think Brower is legged. Bowser's legged as well. Oh, wait. So Dario gets this 1 versus 1. I think Twinkie should have retreated to Bowser because now if Dario wins this fight, he should be able to clutch out the game. Oh, no. Twinkie overheated. He did not have override. Oh, that's it. I think that's it. I think that means 5J have won it. I was worried about those Medium X Plus Blackjacks being too hot. Now, Dario just needs to not get legged. He really should just go off and cap. It is a 100% a free win if he goes off and caps. If 5J loses this game, it is purely because of bad decision-making here at the end. But Dario is a very experienced player, very good player. I don't think that he will make that mistake. I think he will just go cap and let Brower probably die to Bowser here. Almost certainly. Big bad Bowser coming in. Brower doing a good job leg shielding, but it's just not going to matter. That Hatchet Man is super fresh. Comparably. It's not the one. That's not the mech I wanted to see. How do I... Man, of course I lose the gamble. I'm sorry, guys. I don't actually know how to... Well, we can watch Brower. I don't think I can switch to Bowser, but... Or can I? Yeah, I can. I don't know how to switch team. I wanted to spectate Bowser, but... It is what it is. Oh, there we go. Now I can spectate him. Can't remember the shortcut to get back out of cockpit view here. Like press random buttons, I guess. Okay, apparently it is V. Good to know. Good to know. It's okay. Just a little bit of live experimentation. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything else to really say about this game. Unless Dario gets a alternate cap by accident, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. I think Bowser is just going to waddle off towards where Dario might be. Maybe he catches him. Never know. Always try till the end, so your opponent could mess up. But or maybe like, you know, he gets the glitch where you get shot up into the sky and then his leg breaks on the way down. That's always possible, technically. But yeah, we're going to be here for probably a little bit. So, get comfortable, everybody. We get to watch the tickets go up. Let's actually take this time to look at the mechs and see how they died. I know, obviously, we saw Twinkie go down to his legs after he shut down. think every mech got legged, right? Both teams were going legs. You see if the teams spread their damage at all. VIP mech. I didn't. That's news to me. I guess all these mechs are VIP mechs. It looks like they all did get legged. Actually, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I miss Magician suiciding? Wait, did the Magician... Hang on. How do I see the feed? Oh, man. I think Magician might have suicided. I did say I was worried about the Blackjacks being too hot. That's a disaster if so. Yeah. Because, like, oh, man. Glad I checked these mechs. I missed that. I think he must have suicided in there because he's got back armor and front armor there. I'm pretty sure he just cooked himself to death. That's actually crazy. He was pretty fresh, too. His legs weren't even open. Between that, Magician overheating and killing himself, I believe, and then Twinkie shutting down with no override and being too hot, I really think the Blackjacks were a mistake. I just gotta give my 2 cents there. I don't know what the idea with them is, because I think that they'd be too hot for pushing it themselves as well, and if they're too hot for receiving and they're too hot for pushing and they don't have a lot of range, then, like, yeah, they have a shit ton of DPS, but does it matter at that point? I don't know, I think, might maybe consider moving away from those if they had them in any other drops. Yep, we are still sitting here. At this point, it's impossible for Bowser to win. Um, Even if Dario did take the fight, the tickets would be... It would be too late for Bowser to flip the tickets. I think, at least. Actually, I guess if Dario ran in and died right now, he could swing Theta, but I still think that time would run out before his ticket count reached 600 or whatever. Actually, there's no way he gets to Kappa and Gamma in time. This map's huge. I hope Dario takes the fight once it's decided, but he might opt not to. We'll see. I actually think, oh man, it's actually kind of tough. It really depends on if Bowser gets that leg early or not. I think if Dario can get to the other side of the Tin Man, then he can just DPS that right leg really fast. He's gonna go in. Hell yeah, he's sending it. I think he's gonna take out Bowser pretty fast here. Bowser caught off guard. Can't blame him. And Dario takes him out. But he did the safe play. He got the caps first. Well played by Dario. I was a little bit concerned with the 5J push there because it seemed like they were, not really coordinated super well. Like, some of them were getting shot and going in before others were even close to being in that fight. But yeah, they bring it back. They make it work. Pretty close drop, all things considered. Very close even. Osiris is honestly pumping some pretty good damage. I mean, Cougar died pretty early, but Brawler and Dario for Osiris's, we take that. 435 damage, 2 kills. Love to see it. Yeah, these Blackjacks, I'm not sure. Self and the Javelin, 2 kills with a little bit lower damage, but I don't know. Charger did farm the most damage on his team, but he went down relatively early, so. Okay, next is Emerald Vale, I think. Go ahead and swap it. Emerald Vale. And I'm not swapping the team sides. They stay. Locked. Now, Emerald Vale for the mid tonnage. This could be really tradey, actually. Um, I think that this map does allow for some good trade strengths with the high ground spots. Um, it can be hard to push. I think in the lower tonnages, it's just easier to push in general. So even like on maps like Caustic, which generally favor long range, um, it's not a huge surprise that we saw both teams bring aggressive decks with lots of DPS and like speed. But we'll see for Emerald Vale in the mid tonnage, which I guess is like 375. I think it's like 375. I'm hoping to see some control versus control, honestly. Now, last week, Vile against DSC on the mid drops, they got pushed both drops on Sari Scrapyard, and we're not able to stop the push. So maybe they'll bring more push receive this time around. But again, very different map. I think Sari's much more favorable for brawl pushing than Emerald Vale. A little bit downtime while these teams get ready for their next drop. I could pull up the map strat, but it's fine. I think they're almost ready anyways. Seems like Vile's switching their lances around. Looks like they're doing a split. Generally, a split is more indicative of a control strat, but yeah, you can also bait enemy teams by doing that. Push your lances in a way that they think you're doing something and then do the opposite. So it doesn't actually mean too much. Alright, I will actually bother to pull up the map strat. Why not? I'll have it for the next trump. Yeah, my 2 key is actually getting stuck. I was wondering about that. Sometimes it is not working. They walked, sending it in. 375 versus 370. So 5J was team 1, and I think they were spawned Alpha Charlie. Um, Charlie is more close to Epsi Ridge, I believe, which is the I don't know how to explain the two ridges, honestly, in words, but we'll see in a second anyways. Yeah, so the legal caps for this one, I believe, are Kappa, Theta, and Epsi up here. So home caps cannot get them. See which way these teams decide to play this out. One G Battle Masters, Arrow, Thunderbolt, Osiris, 1P. That's an interesting choice. So both teams bringing Osiris is just in different drops. It's unexpected. Let's click some of these mechs. We see from the other team some Shadow Ox, Llama Linche. We'll have to look more closely at that. So Arrow, Large X Pulse, Light Machine Guns. That's a receive mech. ER Large Battle Master, ER Large Battle Master. Medium X Pulse Thunderbolt is again going to be very hot, like the Blackjacks last game. Large Pulse, just standard Large Pulse, so just Laser Vomit. Small Laser Crusader. This Osiris, does it have the same build 5J brought? Actually, no. It's Light Machine Guns, Medium X Pulse. I think the 5J's build was slightly different. Okay, so on 5J side, we got 2 light PPC, 6 small lasers, and then what do these Shadow Hawks got? SRM, 6 light PPC. Solid build. Got a Corsair, and then this Llama Linche. This Firestarter is also 2 light PPCs. This Firestarter is very fast. Pretty good sustained DPS, but not a lot of punch. More harassment. It's very, very light harassment. Honestly, I feel like this is a mistake from Chimera. I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of going into the open. I guess he wants to be very active in his trades, but I feel like he's going to get pop-tarted to death now from these Shadow Hawks who have moved into position. This is suicidal from Vile. I don't agree with this at all. Twinkie Overlord taking a bunch of damage, Chimera getting pelted. 5GDX traders looking all really fresh at this point. The Thunderbolt's going to give up pushing that high ground. It's just going to drop down. Rickrom, Self, and Bowser have pushed up more towards the middle, but this is honestly this is like a 4 versus 3 if they did decide to take this fight until the Thunderbolt gets over here, which is, it's now arriving. I favor the Shadow Ox in this type of engagement, but Weapon Master X may be getting caught out here. Bowser's going to peek this. Oh, Cougar moving to support, though. Protect Weapon Master a bit. I think Weapon Master is open CT. Yeah, he's really messed up. Bowser tried to get a CT burn there. Opened his left torso as well. Weapon Master's going to try to get out with his life. Barely lives. Barely lives. That is exactly what Vile needed to bring this game back after those really, really bad early trades. Now it's going to be on 5J traders to make sure that their teammates don't get enveloped, because at this point, Chimera's in the perfect spot to really put pressure on these 4 mechs that are kind of stuck in this valley. They've got a concave on them. So 5GDX traders need to be very active. They need to make sure that they're supporting their Wolfpack down here, or they're going to lose this game. Keep in mind, Weapon Master is one touch. He will die to a strike. He'll die to anything that shoots him. It looks like Dario is smoking. I'm guessing his legs are open. They are. Cougar going for... Yeah, Cougar's left to try to get a little bit more space for them, but Chimera is denying that. I think Cougar's leg might have just gotten open. It did. Absolutely did. Weapon Master might die to the strike here. He does die to the Chimera strike. Sleepy Human moving up, but he's got to be really careful because he is going to be moving into 2-on-1. Monkey also still back here. Not really having angles on anything. He's really fresh. They might have to cut their losses and try to move back into the center with Dario and Bra here. But Bowser's moving up to prevent any sort of movement like that. How's Bowser doing? He is legged. Bowser is legged. Okay, so that does help 5J a little bit. Cougar moving back. I love this play from Cougar. I love this idea of jumping up and helping Sleepy Human take this fight on these 2 Battle Masters. A fight that they should be favored, in my opinion. Those Battle Masters got beat up pretty early, and yep, one of them's open CT, the other one's almost open CT. Chimera actually drops. I hope Cougar has enough jump jets to make it up the ridge, though, because if not, then he might just get ganked and die. The arrow is moving in to kill him. Chimera is going to support. Cougar backing up. The question is, does Monk have sight lines? He does not have sight lines on Cougar. Cougar is getting ganked right now. He's legged. Sleepy Human trying to get line of sights. I think he's looking at overwatching Brar and Dario because he can't aim down far enough. Okay, he is able to hit Rickrom. Brick Realm has gotta be like one touch everywhere. Twinkie goes down to Monk. That was the Battle Master that was open CT. Monk, that Corsair finally getting lines. How's this Thunderbolt doing? Thunderbolt is one shot. I'm guessing that's an XL engine by how careful he's being. Dario's gotta be one shot everywhere. Holy shit. Actually, kind of fresh on Brawler still. Well, I wouldn't say fresh, but his CT is open. Everything else can take a beating still. Cougar's right torso is open. That is definitely an XL build. So Sleepy, Human, and Monk are still very fresh. They want to move forward and get lines of sight before their teammates die, or they're just going to get surrounded and picked apart from different angles. This is a good play from Monk to move forward. I like it. Brawler Dario just trying to hold on. I honestly think Brawler should jump over and get onto the other side of the cliff. I think he's making that play right now. Nope, he's not. He's not. I think Dario and Brawler should have bailed and gone over to the other side, but it's okay. Brawler going forward. Chimera's actually running. He's not shooting Brawler. I think he was worried about Monk getting sightlines on him. He felt he had to break off. He's going to go down at some point. He's going to turn around. Maybe he can get Brawler here. See if Chimera can outplay this, but Sleepy's also shooting him. Oh! Brawler's got to be like one shot. Brawler misses. Chimera goes down to Sleepy, though. Who dropped down. Cougar still legged in the open. He's taking a beating. He will go down. It's actually a very close drop still. I think 5J should be able to win it because the Vile mechs... Oh, well, actually, the Osiris isn't legged. I was going to say they're all beat up or legged, but Osiris has actually kind of got some armor spare. Bowser's one-shot CT and legged, though, so he's going to get run over at some point by the Banshee and Corsair. They need to, like, Vile somehow needs to find angles on each other. Like, they need back shots here, but Bowser is actually spreading out from the Thunderbolt here. I think that if they know the Thunderbolt's here... Oh, they don't realize. They don't realize. Oh, yeah, Quicksilver is going to play it patient. I think they're going to be able to get the gank on Brawler. He does go down. This is still possible for Vile if they really outplay here. They need to work as a unit and hit from different angles. Keep in mind, right now, the caps are in favor of 5J, even though Vile has a 2 cap, because they held Theta for a long time. Monk has some back shots go on him. Yeah, Thunderbolt needs to bail. Sleepy, I think, is going to absolutely demolish him here. Holding on the side torso, the game literally thinks it's gone, even though it's not. Oh, Monk doesn't realize. Oh, he gets some good shots. Can he get a Gauss crit? He didn't get a Gauss crit. It does go down. I think that if he had rolled a Gauss crit, maybe this game still was possible, but... Well, actually, you know, they have that Osiris. Maybe they can cap it out. It's going to be a long process, though. Bowser needs to stay alive and put on pressure, I think. If he can get, like, a back shot, this Corsair is open CT, and the Crusader actually has a lot of alpha with this build. The small lasers hurt. If he can sneak up on the Corsair, get a back shot, maybe once, and then just be quicker on the draw on the second engagement, it's possible Bowser could outplay him. The problem is, because he's legged, he can't read maneuver. I assume 5J knows the Crusader is legged, so Monk has a really good idea of where Bowser can be. And I think he's just going to be safe on the approach, make sure he doesn't get any surprise angles on him, and then take Bowser out. Sleepy's also getting an angle. Bowser is completely trapped now. He somehow lives through the first volley of Monk. Honestly, I think the Osiris needs to come back and... Wait, where'd the Osiris go? It's on the high ground. I think the Osiris needs to help Bowser. Maybe they can kill this Corsair and then they'll win. If he drops down and stays on the Corsair's back, it's possible. I think Selth's going to go for it. He's going for it. Can Bowser stay alive? Oh my god, Bowser just completely dunks Monk. He didn't even need Selth. That's insane. Bowser, the man himself, bringing this game back for his team. I actually think with that, Vile wins. Because they should just be able to play the cap, similar to the last game. It's an Uno reverse situation. Selth is going to grab Theta here. Even if Bowser was dead at this point, unless Sleepy can get a surprise angle on Selth, this game goes to Vile. Crazy game, crazy game. Vile definitely made some questionable plays early on, but they brought it back. Some really, really good playmaking from, well, for multiple of their players, but Bowser in specific. I am amazed he managed to get that Corsair kill. Excellent, excellent piloting right there. Sleepy's completely fresh, but it's just not going to matter. He could probably go hunt down the Crusader, but I assume the Osiris is just going to cap him out. Now, I will say, though, I don't want to completely write it off in Vile's favor, because the last time, I was writing off a team as having a free cap win, that wasn't in the last game. It was Vile versus DSC, and Vile's Spider actually sells the same pilot got headshot at the very last second that he could get headshot before he stepped on a cap, and DSC almost brought the game back because of that. So, if Sleepy can get a surprise angle on the Osiris, it only takes one shot with that build to kill this Osiris that has that open right torso. So, we'll see. I'm kind of worried because the Osiris seems like it's playing with fire by even sticking around. I think Bowser, the smart thing to do would be to just hide and step on this cap again when Sleepy leaves, but Bowser might go for the play. He's probably feeling confident after killing that Corsair. I think he's going to take a peek here. Alright, he should die here. Oh my lord, is Bowser going to get this kill? Is he going to backshot him? Opens his CT from behind. It's orange now. Oh my god, is he going to get this kill? I think he might. Sleepy, you gotta peek him. You don't want him to peek you. You can tell that they're scared of Bowser, man. And I don't blame them. Oh, he misses the shot. Bowser's gonna peek, and he gets the kill. Oh my god, Bowser is a legend, dude. Amazing piloting on display there. I'm kind of speechless. That was just completely outplayed. I'm sorry, but 5J Palace just got completely outplayed. There's nothing else to say about it. Very, very excellent game. Lots to look at it, or to go over on that one. I don't even know where to start. But Vile bringing it out at the end, they win. So we're tied to in a 1-1 right now in this series. I can spend a little bit of time. Let's see. I think we looked at most of the maxes. They died. Clean CT on the Banshee. Thunderbolt actually got CT'd. Dario tanked a lot in that Firestarter. Man, I want to see the damages here. Oh my god, 806 damage on that Crusader. And 766 on the Battlemaster. I would not have expected that, given how much damage he took early. 1,091 on the Corsair. That hurts, man. Losing that job with 1,091 damage and 3 kills. I think that, yeah, again, there's a lot to say with that game, but I think that 5J really had it. They just need to play a little bit more careful. They kind of put themselves in the only position that they could have lost that game when they moved up to that hill. After Vile had gone up their high ground and their traders were no longer able to be active, they put themselves in a bull a little bit, I think. But yeah, really, really well played by Vile Palace there to bring that one back. Gonna swapping teams. Probably wasn't ready up yet. All right, so I guess we could look at the map chart real quick. Got the good old planner up. So Vile decided to go for bringing their ER large mechs up to this hill. Very brave strategy. I think that, yeah, I don't actually know what the thought process on that was, to be honest. I feel like it's a strong position if you get up there like we saw, but I think 5J could have just backed up once they were up there and after they had taken a beating and just played a standard game. Even fought like for the high ground, and Vile would have been really far behind, but it worked out because Chimera was able to get up here with Twinkie, I think, and the 5J mechs that were stuck in this boulder, there's like 4 of them all in this one position down here. I actually think it was one over. It was like here, right? No. I was right the first time. It was like here, like stuck here, and just getting slammed by those battle masters. While these 2 traders back here, they couldn't see the enemy traders. They could only see the some of the lines on the Vile Wolfpack in Crusader and stuff. I think that if 5J had taken their free shots while they were climbing up and then, bailed back over and just gotten out of line of sight of those battle masters, even looping all the way around with their lights to go fight them, then would have been a really decisive win for them. But that's not what happened. Instead, we had these mechs push up, or at least the battle master or Banshee, push up and force them off the hill. There was a bunch of skirmishing down in this area down here with the fire starters and blackjacks and such. And then at some point, I think 5J could have jumped over this hill and got on the other side to be safe with their Firestarter and Shadowhawk, but did not realize that they could do that, so died in this area, I believe, instead. Crazy game, though. Absolutely crazy game. Yeah, we're just chilling. It's a trademark for the teams at the Div A level to spend all their time every draw before writing up. And that's okay. I'm here for it. One minute left. Like 5J might write up a little bit sooner. We'll see. So how will these teams mix up after that? I'm I think both teams are gonna bring trade again, honestly. I think if that's what you think is the best strategy, and that was a close enough drop that either team could have won, I think that they'll bring trade. I think Vile will probably not do the exact same strat of running up the opponent's high ground, but I could be wrong about that. We'll see. They're locked. I'm sending it. Back in it. Just double checking to make sure I am on the right scene. Do not want a radio cast up in here. Yeah, so team side swap. See what they've got for us this time. All right, well, that was a little bit sad. Didn't expect them to take that long to load. Okay, there we go. Corsairs from 5GDX. So yeah, they're bringing a trade deck again. Bringing that Llama Lynch again as well. This time with just 2 spiders, so heavier on the assault traders, less skirmish with things like the Shadowhawks that they've opted to go away from. Charger 1A1. I think this is straight up push. Yeah, number 7 and 1A1. This is a straight up push from Vile. Let's see it happen. Crusaders, interesting choice to bring for a push, but probably feeling confident after that last game, and I can't blame them. Thunderbolt with large X-Pulse and medium lasers. Interesting drop deck. Okay, the Javelin is scouting. Light machine gun, medium X-Pulse. I don't really understand this deck from Vile, if I'm being honest. I think it must be... Alright, let's just see it. I feel like it's not a full send, and it's not mid-range skirmish, so it's something in between. We'll just have to see how they play it. I'm assuming that, yep, 5J has scouted it. Cougars has scouted. Yeah, this is dangerous for 5J coming up here. South is nowhere near this fight, though. If they fight right now, they are down a player. South, I'm assuming, is going to start booking it at some point. South? Okay. So right now, 6 versus 5. 5J opting to abandon the high ground. I think that's a good choice. Getting early shots into them. I am not sure what they're going. Are they going legs on everything? It looks like they are going legs on everything to me. But now they can't shoot legs, so splitting the damage. Honestly, Vile has kind of gotten up there for free, because I think that damage just spread. 5J wasn't able to really shoot what they wanted. Stealth coming in now. Opting to kind of come in the path that his team came in, rather than try to go for backline. I think that's fine. Make sure it doesn't get picked. Yeah, so Vile's in range to use their large X pulses now, but some things like the Dervish are going to have to get a little bit closer. I think the Dervish is thinking about dropping, but has decided against it. He bled a good amount there. Yeah, they're just straight up trading with their large X pulses. I feel like it's kind of even right now. All right, they're making the play. They've decided to drop, so they're going to full send it. I think you just kind of ignore the Javelin. It's light machine guns. It's not really doing anything. Weapon Master is dying really fast here, but able to cycle out. They're playing this corner, but they're just discombobulated. If these spiders are large X-Pulse, light machine guns, so not doing a lot of damage, I think they're just going to get rolled on this side here. It looks like they are. Really good push coming in from Vile. I'm not sure if their mech choices were the best, to be honest, but they were very decisive, and they made it look easy, so who am I to say? Very, very solid push. Oh, that is my timer for the clock. Let me stop that real quick. Sorry about that. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it's still possible 5J can win this. They have all their lights up, so maybe they can kite it out and get a Kaplan. It's gonna be hard. What are the... Okay, so Thunderbolt, open CT, Bowser is pretty fresh, Twinkie's fresh. I don't see it happening. Rick's leg is open. There's probably a world where it can happen, but yeah, it's not gonna be this world, in my opinion. Cougar just fresh, but I think Dario and Bra are both, yeah. Dario one shot leg. Bra are both open legs. I think these spiders are slowly gonna get hunted down. If they had more HP on the spiders, and if they were like HMG builds, you know, maybe they could wait for the enemy to spread out, and then together, all three gank a target, but A little bit of harassment going on, but it's such a low amount, it's really negligible. I think Vile is just going to kind of sit and chill, and not much the spiders can do. Unfortunately for 5J, not enough time went by. 2 cap is still enough for Vile at this point. So 5J going to have to find another cap, which is just well, not very feasible if we're being realistic here. Let's see what play they do decide to make. Looks like they're taking it slow, hoping that Vile makes a mistake, maybe overextends with a target into the open, and they can leg it. Something like that, I'm guessing. I don't know why that teleported me over here, but okay. I think I must have accidentally clicked on the map when trying to click the spider. You're being a bit of a nuisance, but this is the opposite of a trading mech. You just cannot trade with this thing. You need to stare at something in DPS for a long time because the LMG large X pulse just has no upfront damage at all. I think Cougar may be going to go for that back cap. Maybe just looking for angles on Theta. He's going to find a surprise dervish there, though. And it's not going to be a good time, I don't think. Again, if it was an HMG spider, maybe he could actually 1v1 this dervish. Maybe that'd be possible, but with those large X pulses, it's not going to happen, I don't think. Dario did get legged. I think the Magician's just going to come clean up. He knows he legged his target. How he's moving. Dario going to climb up. I like this play. Because they don't have jump jets on the Thunderbolt to jump up on him, I believe, right? 5SS doesn't get jump jets. Dario opening his CT. Holding onto his leg. Oh my gosh. He's going to get the Thunderbolt, maybe. It's close. Doesn't quite get it. I think Twiggy's going to swing in and take out Dario now. Alright, let's watch this 2v1. This is their best chance to somehow bring back this game. They gotta kill this dervish and get the cap. Cougar is probably gonna lead here because he's got more armor. Yep, here they come. They're working his leg. You can see Vile mechs coming to support, but they are going to be a while. Brawler's going to look for another angle. Ooh, this dervish is kind of moving into the open. If they can get the leg right now... Oh, Brawler gets owned. Rom takes him out. I think Cougar can probably dive for this kill before Bowser gets there. Doesn't even need to dive. He does clean that up. Yeah, honestly, they brought it back more than I thought they would. But, yeah, they've traded 2 mechs for 1. Even if the Magician goes down, which he's truly the game again, thinks he is dead. He's very close to dying there. They can just sit on the 2 cap, and that's all she wrote. Bowser wants his kill. He's coming in. Don't think Cougar's going to be able to... Ooh, maybe escape. Bowser's cutting him off, though. Let's see. Spider's fast. Can the Crusader get that leg? He does get the leg. Bowser's coming to eat up his food. I've never had spider legs. I know some people eat those in other countries, but Bowser apparently thinks they're very tasty. He definitely wanted those spider legs, and he gets them. A pretty decisive win for Vile, I think, even though it dragged out a bit long. I think that was a solid push. I think their mechs, the only thing I can think about after thinking about it for a bit, their mechs must have been a bit more flexible to maybe receive a push themselves if they scouted that their opponents were like pure SRM. So they were just confident that by bringing a slightly more flexible deck, slightly worse for pushing, that they'd be really safe if the enemy also brought a push deck. It's the only thing that makes sense to me with their drop deck. Now, I actually do think that I'm gonna swap the map now. Is it series last? It is series last. I think that the very first game, or not the first game, the first Emerald game, where Vile pushed their ER large to that corner and up onto the opponent's high ground. I think that that is a good play at the beginning. Like, it makes sense to go there because it's a much better place to receive a push than where 5J got caught in that game. What surprised me in the first game is that Vile committed to it despite scouting ER large. I think if you scout ER large there, especially with Battle Masters, which are much more mobile, you just go back. You don't go into the open. You turn around. You go up to your high ground and you play a more standard control game. Um, but I think 5J illustrated there that you can't just walk up to your high ground blindly with really slow mechs like the Corsair, like the Banshee, because you're not there in time to stop and get early shots on a push that's also contesting your high ground. So I think Vile just straight up outstratted 5J in that game off the positioning. Would have been able to. I would have enjoyed watching how that game played out if 5J positioned how Vile did in the first game with their ER large Corsairs and Banshee going over to the opponent's high ground first. Obviously, Self would have scouted that and they could have adapted, but I think it's a much better place to receive a push than where they did. So Series Scrapyard. This map definitely enables more pushes, but this is also the highest tonnage drop, so it's the hardest drop to push on. I think either team could push, either team could trade. Right now, Vile's leading 2-1, so 5J needs to win both these next drops to win this series. I forgot to. I'm gonna start now. I actually forgot to start the timer for Team 1. Uh, I'm technically not a ref, but just want to make sure there's smooth sailing here. Both these teams, again, deserve all the respect in the world. Want to make sure each team has enough time and we have a good ending to our match. This has been a great match already, so really would hate to see something like a forfeit from timer. I should be better about starting the timer right away, of course, but just make sure I'm fair to everybody here. we got max tonnage from Vile here. Looks like max tonnage from 5J. They look at that. Okay, they are locked. We're sending it in. Alright, again, 5J needs this win. They want to win this series here. Gonna stop the timer this time. Alright, so we got Alice K3. That's the ECM Alice, I think, right? ECM Jump Jet, but AC20 Snub. AC oh my god, it is a Snub deck. Snub AC20 deck. That is Giga based. But also probably not very good. So I am expecting 5J to not have a good time here, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Alright, Stealth and the Osiris again. BMX Pulse Light Michigan SRM. Chimera and the 5M Stalker. That is a binary SRM mix. I love it. I think SRMs are incredibly overtuned for comp right now. They are so strong. They are such good sustained DPS that basically they brought these Stalkers as laser vomit Stalkers, but with the SRMs just for stopping a push. That is very creative. I like it. I like it a lot. The 4L is also a great pick. It's really, really hard to see on series. So bringing a trader with ECM, excellent choice. Also has the jump shots and stuff needed to get up onto all the trading positions. So 5J is going to have to push. And they are definitely full brawling with their snub builds. They don't really have a good way to close in on that Marauder 4L in the back or these Stalkers if they position right. So I think this is going to be really tough from 5J, but I'm hoping to be proven wrong because the snub AC20 deck, that is based. I don't think it's likely Dario is going to be able to get this cap against those Stalkers. I think the Stalkers are moving very aggressively. They haven't quite scouted what their opponents are yet, I believe. In fact, the 4L is still moving up. Looks like it's going to perch itself on this ridge. Seems like a pretty good spot to me. They've just grabbed Epsi. Slipping Griff being very aggressive on this Vulcan. I love this type of aggressive light play. Not only is he scouting, but he's getting early pot shots, and he's close enough to get into his Overwatch if he gets chased by anything. But he does need to leave now, which he is. Yeah, 4L is just getting free shots, I think, right now. You can see the health of the 5GMX is starting to bleed down. 7% here, 5% there. And they're not really that much closer. If Stalkers are going to crest over the ridge, get line of sight. They're kind of bottled down in this ridge. Kind of cutting off line of sights from the 4L, but Hood and Dario are exposing. Okay, they're going to go on these Stalkers. Now, keep in mind, these Stalkers have SRMs. I actually almost favor the Stalkers in a brawl compared to the Snub AC20. The SRM 5 SRM6 is in the great hitboxes of the Stalker. That is honestly going to be hard to beat. Bowser's getting focused, does get halved. Open CT now. Kind of caught out of, not really out of position. His teammates kind of bailed on him. I think they're focusing they're focusing Dario here instead. So they're going to trade 1 for 1. 5J needs to keep going though. They can't stop. They still haven't killed Bowser. They do finally get him. I think Sleepy's almost, side torso open. It might be an XL build. The 4L in the back is just oppressive. I don't really know how they can deal with it. They're kind of stuck in this position, I think. Brower is completely fresh. I wonder if Brower could maybe try to flank around, harass the 4L. He's got to do something for his team, because his team doesn't have a lot left in them, I think. Yeah, they're not going to win trades like that against those binary stalkers and the 4L on the ridge. They're just bleeding out right now, taking peeks one at a time. This is not what you want to see. I think this is very decisively in Vile's favor. Self making the play with the late machine guns and medium X pulse. Is he gonna go cap, or is he just getting a back shots on these mechs? I honestly think he could just help them kill him, but capping is fine too. 5J might decide to push when that mech steps on a cap, but they don't have a lot to go with anyways. Monk falls, Cougar falls. I think this is gonna be clean up. Self actually does come back in. He's getting back shots now. It's quite over for 5J. But let's see if they can get maybe 1 or 2 more kills. Self-destruction. How are Vile's mechs looking anyways? We know these stalkers are light engine, they're not XL, so pretty fresh stalker. Rick Grom's one shot. How's Selith doing? Oh, Selith is really beat up. Could have killed him there if hit that shot. But a slip legged maybe? He is legged. The problem is just the 4L is completely fresh. If the 4L was out of the game right now, you know, maybe if he disconnected, then maybe 5J could bring this back with some really good shots, but I think that's pretty unlikely to happen. Rick Grom self-destructs. I think he might try to get Chimera here. Hits Selith, but does not kill. I think he hit his leg there. Does go down. Very decisive win for Vile. I think the setup with the 4L in the back and the SRM Stalkers was really good deck and really good positioning by Vile there. Just well played all around by them. I love to see this snub AC20, but yeah, just not a very strong deck in my opinion from 5J. Kind of a hard position to be stuck in there. Oh, that's a lot of damages from the Vile assaults there. Bowser did get ganked early on, but I think that they were winning trades overall by letting him die, and they got the yeah, they got Dario for free off of that basically. So I think it was a good play from Vile to let Bowser go there and play the entire for the entire drop rather than to keep all their mechs alive. Well played by Vile. Yeah, the SRM mixes, SRM laser bomb mixes, you saw it during CS. Uh, More commonly, at least like as the team leader for Equilibrium, I push that on mostly clan mechs, so it's cool to see it on IS mech as well. Stalker makes a lot of sense, obviously. Just a great mech in general, great profile, high mounts, very tanky, good quirks. So very nice use. That's the first I've seen of SRM laser bomb stalker. It could have been used before, I don't know, but very good choice by Val there. Most of the other like heavy mechs, like medium mechs for IS, probably don't have enough tonnage to be able to do that sort of thing. Stalker's probably the perfect tonnage where it's the lighter assault. It can barely fit all those weapons on. You still have heat sinks. 2 key is just not working. I'm gonna have to figure that out because could cause issues in other games I play. I thought I was going insane, like I was just misclicking it when I was playing those other games, but now I know that it is indeed broken. So we are into our final drop here soon. Um, I hope 5J, as much as I loved the snub AC20 deck, it was cool to see. And they've lost this match. It's 3-1 right now in Vile's favor. So even if they win this, 5J wins this, it'll be 3-2 in Vile's favor. I really hope that 5J brings a different deck because I would like to see a more competitive final game. As much as I enjoyed seeing the snub AC20 deck. I think Stimrog would be proud of the last drop. It's a classic to sell out Bowser and win the drop because of it. I think that's actually something that is a must in Stimrog's opinion. It's been a little bit backwards where Bowser's been clutching these games instead of getting sold out, so I'm sure he's happy to see that one. Okay, they are locked. We're sending it into our final game. So I don't actually have a good place to do this. So if you just want to write in the chat after this drop finishes, before you go, on what you think that I need to improve as a caster, because I'm probably going to be casting more games going forward, or I'm going to try to. I'm still going to be a casual caster, probably not going to do the overlays and stuff, but if there's like really obvious stuff, like the camera's really jittery, I can try to set up my controller, or if I'm rambling too much, I can try to like talk a little bit less. If you're tired of the dad jokes, then too bad. Saw somebody in chat mention that. Didn't like my spider legs joke. But yeah, go ahead and throw that feedback in the Twitch chat, and I'll read through it after the cast finishes. All right, we're into the final drop here. Dervishes, Marauder 4A, Night Star. Very interesting drop from 5J. What do we got on those Dervishes? I'm assuming it's Brawl Push, but 7P. Okay, it snubs again, snub SRM. Binary Laser Vomit Marauder. Are both of these Marauders the same? Yes, they are binary Laser Vomit Marauders. Night Star is also like Gauss Bomb with binary, so mid-range vomit deck. I love the Flea 17. I think it's a very underused mech. It's a very, very strong mech. Very fragile, of course. Has to have a good palette. But in the right hands, it is, in my opinion, one of the best mechs in the game, straight up. So these dervishes, they have the high-mounted snubs, I should point out. So this is going to be, I think, a slower deck from 5J. They're going to move into mid-range, and then use the Marauders high alpha to try to outtrade at Vile. So they bring the same Osiris again. I'm a little bit concerned that they brought too many Osirises, but I'm probably not counting right. I just thought they brought an Osiris in both Emerald decks, but I think I must be miscounting. So brought the Osiris for, must be the third time, catapults for Vile with SRM. So this is a straight push, but they're hiding these catapults. ERPPC Crusader is a good choice on this map. Actually, 4As from Vile as well, so it's very similar decks, actually. They both have the Marauder 4As. They just have catapults instead of dervishes. And Osiris instead of Flea. And then I guess like Crusader instead of the Nightstar, right? With that extra tonnage. I think that if I'm these teams, I actually favor 5J's deck. Because I think that they can outtrade Vile deck. I think that Vile's going to have to push them because these catapults can't be useful at all unless they're in SRM range. Dervishes, they have the snubs, right? They have those high-mounted snubs so they can be a factor without having to commit super hard. Maybe play around Theta, and then obviously they have that Nightstar as the third heavy trader compared to that Crusader that's kind of like a pop star of the PPCs. Now, Crusader can get a lot of value over the course of a match with just the 2 ER peeps, but it's going to need a long time, and I don't think they can wait that long because they're going to be down those 2 catapults that won't be able to do anything. So, I like to see it. I think this is a much better deck for 5J. We'll see if Vile decides to pull the trigger on these catapults at some point. But this might be a really slow game if they don't do that. Bowser kind of crossing. Webmaster got a nice shot off there, it looks like. Percentages, pretty close. I think, honestly, like, they're almost completely even. Cause more spread on... Oh, wait, whoa, what did I miss? What? Oh, my lord. He just got XL checked. I don't know if he showed his rear, or if that was a butt shot, or back rag, but Stealth is out of the picture. 5J probably can just keep it slow then, or they can just full send and take the 6 versus 5. I'd be fine with either. They do need to respect the catapults, though. They're going legs on the catapult. That is honestly a very good decision. I like that decision a lot. Quicksilver, double-legged. About to get legged. Do they get it? He's kind of running around aimlessly there, but manages to find cover. Other catapult gets picked off. This is just a stack of cards falling. Quicksilver's gone. Man, I don't even know if it mattered that Stealth got backshot. I think it did, but I think Vile was in a really bad spot with their catapults. Just kind of caught in the open and surrounded here. Very good positioning from 5J. They have completely surrounded them. They're just pelting them from every direction. I don't think that Bowser's going to be able to outplay 5J on this one, unfortunately for him. But we'll see. I think Rick Rom is gonna get jumped on pretty soon here. The Fleas is keeping him busy while they kill Chimera. Dervish is in. I think the Dervish is going to go down from Bowser. Does go down. Chimera goes down immediately after from Sleepy and Monk, though. And the Flea is just pelting Rick Rom. It actually has him from behind. Nothing Rick Rom can do here. He's completely helpless. Brower in a 1v1 with Bowser. Can Bowser outplay Brower here to stay alive? It's going to be hard. No, he does go down. And yeah, that's it. Incredibly decisive game from 5J. I think that the Selith back shot, rear shot, I don't know exactly what it was. I missed it. I'm sorry for that. I don't actually think that mattered with how decisive this was and how fast it happened right after that. So, well played to 5J there. Nice close series. 3-2, but Vile does win it out. Oh, those are not numbers you want to see. Yeah, 50 on that catapult. I think they potentially they panicked after Self got blasted, but yeah, the positioning did not look great for Vile there. So well done by 5J. All right, so like I said, go ahead and leave in chat right now what you want to see out of the cast from me going forward. Any complaints? I'm gonna let the stream run for five minutes. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Excellent match. So thank you for both these teams for playing.